A poor mechanic helped fix the luxury wedding car. The bride immediately asked to leave with him. It was the biggest wedding the town had seen in years. White roses lined the chapel steps, violins played under a silk-draped arch, and the guests, dressed in designer suits and diamond-studded gowns, whispered excitedly about the bride's entrance. She was marrying the heir of a hotel empire, and the whole event looked like something pulled from a movie set. But behind all the glitter and champagne flutes, just a few blocks away, grease stained the hands of a young mechanic named Daniel. Daniel worked at an old garage on the corner of 5th and Maple. He had no fancy education, no big-name clients, and barely enough to pay rent. But he had a gift. He understood machines the way artists understood color. He fixed cars not just for money, but for people, teachers, single moms, food truck owners, anyone in trouble, he helped. That morning, while the city buzzed with wedding excitement, Daniel was under the hood of an old van when a sleek white Rolls-Royce Phantom screeched to a halt in front of his garage. Smoke billowed from the engine, and out jumped a frantic driver in a black suit. "It's the bride's car," the man shouted. "She can't get to the ceremony. We're already late." Daniel didn't hesitate. Without asking for money or even a name, he grabbed his tools and got to work. 20 minutes later, the car purred to life. But what Daniel didn't expect, what no one expected, was that the bride had been sitting in the back seat the whole time, watching. Her name was Lily. She wore a gown worth more than Daniel's garage, but there was a sadness in her eyes no silk could hide. As the engine hummed again, she stepped out, looked at Daniel, and said something no one saw coming. "I don't want to go to that wedding," she said quietly. "I want to leave. With you." There was stunned silence. The chauffeur stared. Daniel froze. Everyone assumed she was joking. But she wasn't. Lily explained. Her wedding had been arranged, not with love, but contracts and expectations. She'd felt trapped, unsure, until she saw Daniel. The way he worked without fuss, without ego. The way he helped someone who couldn't offer him anything in return. It reminded her what love and life should actually feel like. Real. She didn't know him, not yet. But something about that moment, about his selfless heart, made her believe. Daniel stood speechless. A poor mechanic with oil on his shirt, being chosen over a millionaire in Armani. But Lily smiled, reached for his hand, and said, "Let's just drive." They left in the very car Daniel had fixed. Not to run away, but to start over. Together, they built something better than any fairy tale, a life rooted in kindness, truth, and mutual respect. A mechanic and a bride who simply followed her heart. Because sometimes, the richest love starts in the most unexpected places. And that day, in a small corner garage, love found its spark, not in wealth, but in character. End.